2 new stealth fighters are being built every single week, rolling off Chinese assembly lines and heading straight into combat squadrons. 120 J-20's per year, 300 already in service across all 5 of China's theater commands. A factory in Chengdu that expanded so fast, satellite imagery analysts at the Mitchell Institute could not believe what they were seeing. 8 million square feet of new aerospace manufacturing space, more than the entire F-35 complex in Fort Worth, Texas. By 2027, China could have 600 J-20 stealth fighters. By 2030, potentially 1,000. Against America's 186 F-22s with a production line that closed years ago. Those numbers should alarm every defense planner in Washington, and they do. But here is what the production numbers do not tell you. What comes off those assembly lines may be fundamentally limited by something no espionage operation can solve, something no blueprint can capture, something that lives not in a file, but in 50 years of institutional knowledge that China tried to steal and discovered you cannot download. Physics does not negotiate, and right now, physics is winning. This is Dogfight Docs. Let's get into it. Part 1. The production surge that changed everything. The scale of China's J-20 expansion is genuinely extraordinary, and the satellite evidence is unambiguous. Since 2021, the Chengdu Aircraft Industry Group facility added approximately 278,700 square meters of new manufacturing space. Across all of China's major aviation production sites, Chengdu, Shenyang, and Jingdezhen, the combined new footprint exceeds 743,000 square meters. J. Michael Dahl of the Mitchell Institute presented these findings at the 2026 Air and Space Forces Association Warfare Symposium and stated directly that those 8 million square feet exceed the entire F-35 manufacturing complex in Fort Worth, Texas. The Chengdu facility now operates 5 active J-20 production lines simultaneously. The output rate has climbed to between 100 and 120 aircraft per year. China adopted high-efficiency pulse line assembly methods beginning in 2022 that dramatically increased throughput without, officially, sacrificing quality control. The J-20 flying today is also a significantly more capable aircraft than the one that debuted in 2017. The J-20A debuted at China's September 3, 2025 military parade, featuring a redesigned rear canopy, reducing supersonic drag and improving internal volume for upgraded avionics. The WS-15 domestically produced engine is now being integrated into serial production models, a development that was critical because earlier J-20S flew with Russian-sourced engines due to domestic propulsion limitations. The J-20S twin-seat variant announced January 11, 2026, the 15th anniversary of the J-20's maiden flight. Introduced a dedicated second crew member whose entire function is managing electronic warfare systems and coordinating autonomous drone wingmen. A J-20S over the Taiwan Strait is not just one stealth fighter. It is a manned command hub directing a swarm of stealthy drones while simultaneously conducting electronic warfare and managing the sensor picture across the formation. On that same January announcement, China confirmed the J-20S has precision maritime strike capability, the ability to engage naval vessels with precision weapons. A single platform that can hunt ships, control drones, fight other aircraft, and perform electronic warfare. Every carrier strike group planner in the Pacific has to account for it now. The numbers are real. The capability development is real. 2027 is a genuine inflection point. And yet, something is not adding up inside those engines. Before we go further, if you are enjoying this video, hit like and subscribe to stay updated. It genuinely helps our channel keep making content like this. Thank you. Now, let's get back to it. Part 2. The heist that should have solved everything. Between 2009 and 2013, a Chinese aviation consultant named Su Bin coordinated one of the most damaging acts of aerospace espionage in American history. Working with state-backed hacker teams, his operation penetrated Boeing, Lockheed Martin, and other U.S. aerospace giants, exfiltrating F-22 and F-35 engine diagrams, thermal management schematics, and proprietary materials data. The DOJ filings are specific. Documents that do not just describe an engine's shape, but its inner workings, the molecular architecture of its most critical components. The operation did not stop with Su Bin. State-backed groups designated APT-10 and APT-31 ran parallel campaigns. In 2018, DOJ charged APT-10 operatives with a multi-year assault on Western aerospace firms, pulling engine blueprints and cooling system specifications directly from company networks. In March 2024-7, APT-31 members operating under China's Ministry of State Security were indicted for targeting U.S. and British aerospace sectors, their malware burrowing into supply chains, copying high-performance material specifications and combustion system designs. Chinese insiders at GE Aviation simultaneously attempted to upload composite fan blade data to personal cloud accounts. On paper, the job was done. The blueprints were stolen. The molecular recipes were in Chinese hands. So why are the engines still failing? Part 3. The secret that cannot be stolen. Here's what China's hackers took, and here's what they could not take no matter how many files they copied. A turbine blade in a modern fighter engine is not a piece of metal. It is a molecular masterpiece, a single crystal superalloy. Every atom locked in a perfect lattice with no grain boundaries, no weak points, no paths for heat to creep and tear the structure apart. The difference between a monocrystalline blade and a polycrystalline one is the difference between a diamond and a bag of sand. Individual grains strong on their own. Together, they crumble under pressure. The American process, directional solidification, starts with the seed crystal perfectly oriented along the 0001 axis. Molten alloy poured into a ceramic mold, then slowly withdrawn from a Bridgman furnace at precisely 0.5 millimeters per minute. The temperature gradient forces every atom to align, row after row, until the entire blade is a single, flawless lattice. The result is CMSX-4, the workhorse of US fighter engines, capable of withstanding 1,100 degrees Celsius for more than 25,000 hours without stretching, warping, or grinding against the casing. That process is not written in any file. It is built from 50 years of failed castings, scrapped blades, rejected batches, and the institutional memory of knowing exactly what goes wrong when the withdrawal rate is off by a fraction of a millimeter, when a trace of oxygen slips into the melt, when the furnace vacuum rises above acceptable thresholds, and a single rogue atom of iron seeds a crack that grows with every heat cycle. Then there is rhenium, the rare metal that gives superalloys their creep resistance. The world's entire supply measured in tons, not thousands. US contracts demand 99.99% purity. Entire shipments rejected for a single part per million deviation. China's domestic rhenium arrives contaminated with tungsten and molybdenum, requiring extra refining steps that cannot be skipped without compromising blade performance. After casting every American blade, faces X-ray computed tomography spotting voids as small as 50 microns. Ultrasonic probes hunting hidden cracks. A scrap rate that is deliberately unforgiving. Blades that almost pass are destroyed, not reworked. In China, quality assurance is still catching up. The pressure to deliver engines on time means borderline parts slip through. Those defects reveal themselves after a few dozen hours at full throttle. You can steal a blueprint. You cannot steal 50 years of knowing exactly when to throw a $1 million part in the bin. Part 4. What physics is revealing. The consequence of shortcutting metallurgy is not just engine reliability, it is visibility. Airshow footage from 2023 captured something that open source intelligence analysts have been examining closely. The J-20's exhaust plume at comparable throttle settings radiates at significantly higher intensity than an F-22 performing the same routine. Peak temperatures near 1,800 Kelvin, approximately 300 Kelvin hotter than the F-22's exhaust under similar conditions. A plume width that extends far beyond the nozzle in the 3 to 5 micron infrared band. A retired test pilot watching the same footage described it directly. That is not just a signature, that is a flare. The operational implication is serious. Infrared search and track systems, once considered a secondary detection method behind radar, can detect a thermal source at those temperatures from considerable distances. At 1,800 Kelvin, the J-20's exhaust does not just betray its position, it potentially betrays its position before its radar cross-section even matters. The stealth that China spent billions and years of espionage achieving, defeated not by advanced American sensors, but by inadequate metallurgy, generating excess heat that no shaping or coating can hide. Hot exhaust gases also refract radar waves, raising radar side lobes and providing additional targeting assistance to radar-guided missiles. The J-20's thermal output is not a minor flaw. It is a cascading tactical liability that undermines the entire stealth value proposition. The F-22's plume tapers tight and faint, engineered with single crystal blades, complex film cooling, and a molecular recipe that took 50 years to perfect. The J-20 vents its heat like a furnace with the door open. Physics does not care about parade footage. It cares about atoms. Part 5. The strategic picture. Here is the honest assessment that gets lost between the alarming production numbers and the engine failure narrative. Both sides of this story are true simultaneously. China is building the J-20 at a pace that creates genuine numerical pressure on American planning. The 2027 milestone is real. 600 stealth fighters concentrated in one theater against an American fleet distributed across dozens of allied nations is a numbers problem that cannot be dismissed. The J-20's drone command capability and maritime strike integration represent genuine multi-domain capability growth. The Pentagon's 2025 China Military Power Report used direct language. China's growing J-20 inventory will challenge US and allied forces in a conflict. And the engine reliability limitations are also real. The 50-hour overhaul interval that circulates in engineering forums is unconfirmed and contested. China's own official position dismisses it as Western propaganda. The more defensible figure from credible analysis suggests WS-10 engines at their best achieve perhaps 400 hours before major overhaul, still 10 times less than the F-22's F-119 at 4,000 hours. The infrared signature data from open source analysis suggests thermal management limitations that pure production numbers cannot capture. The strategic question that American planners are actually asking is not whether the J-20 is a serious threat. It is. The question is whether 600 J-20s with limited engine endurance and elevated infrared signatures present the same operational challenge as 600 F-22s would. And the honest answer is no, not yet. But the trajectory of China's manufacturing investment, engine development, and capability integration suggests that gap is narrowing faster than most Western analysis predicted even 5 years ago. The race is real. The numbers are real, and the physics that is currently limiting China's engines is also, slowly, being solved. Conclusion: 2 stealth fighters per week, a factory bigger than Fort Worth, 600 aircraft projected by 2027, the most aggressive aerospace industrial expansion any nation has undertaken since World War II. And inside every one of those aircraft, an engine built on stolen blueprints that encountered the one wall no espionage operation can breach. 50 years of American manufacturing culture. The discipline to destroy $1 million part that almost passes inspection. The institutional memory that lives in processes and habits, not in files. China stole the blueprints. They cannot steal the grind. The production surge is real and alarming. The metallurgy limitation is real and significant. Which factor defines the J-20's combat effectiveness when the shooting starts is the question that will determine air power in the Pacific for the next decade. Physics does not negotiate. And right now, America's 50 years of patient craft is still ahead of China's billion-dollar shortcut. Subscribe to Dogfight Docs for coverage that gives you both sides of this story. Drop a comment below on whether you think China will close the engine gap before the F-47 reaches operational squadrons. We read everyone. See you in the next one.